Hello everyone. As we move into a second national lockdown, I wanted to send you this message of support and to let you know that you'll continue to be in my thoughts and prayers throughout the coming weeks. For many of us, this has the feeling of Groundhog Day, and understandably people are feeling wearied and worried by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. We continue to live in unprecedented times, days which are unnerving, discomforting, and made worse by the winter months, the shorter days, and the inclement weather. And as we all know, many thousands of people have already lost their lives to the coronavirus. And the second lockdown looks to limit this number as much as possible. Others have been left with limiting health conditions. And throughout this pandemic, the army of frontline NHS workers and carers in all sectors have given up so much to support others. These heroes, which is what they are now gearing up for a renewed battle. Their selfless hard work is just one example of the care and the compassion which we've seen demonstrated across our county and across our country during this time. And that's been played out too in the way that volunteers have continued to visit people, get their shopping, run food banks, and so on, many from within our churches. And there's been a real focus on supporting the most vulnerable and isolated in our communities. In recent weeks, I've spoken with many clergy colleagues across Cumbria who've told me how their churches have been involved in exactly that sort of work and are reaching out in new ways to new people. It's been wonderful and really encouraging to hear their stories. And that's why I'm supporting a call by national faith leaders for the government to reconsider its decision to close churches for public worship during this second lockdown. I know the comfort and sense of identity and Christian purpose that so many people have experienced when coming together in a COVID-secure setting for worship. My prayer is that this request will be very carefully considered. But whether there's a change of heart or not, let me assure you that outreach will continue, whether it's through the offer of private individual prayer in a church building, or through one of the dozens of digital and online services which have attracted so many new people who are keen to explore their faith at this time. We're approaching the season of Advent and Christmas in 2020 in a way we'd never previously have imagined. But we must never forget the hope that is embodied in the transformative love that's offered to us through Jesus Christ. He represents a light in these dark times for all of us, one which I know will continue to guide us through these coming weeks of renewed lockdown. There may yet be times of tribulation through which we'll need to persevere, to grow in character, and to find hope. A hope which Paul reminds us does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out into our hearts by the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. So this comes with my very warmest wishes to all of you and every blessing for the next few weeks.